Okay, please turn on your camera. And also, John Ho, are you here? John Ho. And also, Kelvin. Kelvin, are you here? Okay. All right. Hey, Kelvin is here now. John Ho is missing, huh? Can anyone help me to contact him? Okay. All right, good. All right. Okay, first of all, before we start, so here, one reminder is that one reminder here is that this lesson we're going to learn chapter 4, a new chapter, and then after that I'm going to give you some time, let's say 20 minutes, I think, for you to do the pretest, because it is supposed to be complete with during the lesson, right? So I'm going to give you extra time to do it, and then you should submit the pretest to me tomorrow morning. All right. This is the first thing. Second thing, I think all of you have this one, chapter 4A here. But here I have 2 extra copies. I don't know which 2 forgot to take it back home. So here, if you don't have, please let me know, and then I will give you back tomorrow. Okay, so this is the second thing. And then the third thing, that is next Monday. One reminder, Journal is here. One reminder, next Monday we will have chapter test 3. Okay? All right, let's go. Any questions so far? All right. If no, today in this lesson, we are going to, because this is a Zoom lesson, right? And then it will become a very perfect lesson here, because we can see that, right? If you take out chapter 4 here, you can see that there are many QR codes. Can you see there are some dinosaur here, right? Can you see the dinosaur? The dinosaur here. Can you see the dinosaur? Yeah. See here. There are the QR code. And then here, I would like you to, I think most of you are using your iPad or your computer to do the Zoom lesson, to attend the Zoom lesson. And then I think all of you will have the phone here, right? So here, I think you have to prepare your phone right now, because we'll try to use the QR code during the lesson. All right, so here we will use many QR codes here today. All right, so here, let's start. Let me share my screen. I really hate this chapter. Oh, let me share my screen. Yeah. Oh my god, my iPad. There's something happened here. My iPad. Wait a second now. Your phone cannot scan QR code. That is a bit weird, right? Super weird. If your phone cannot scan QR code, that is weird, you know. All right. Let me share my screen. Here, yeah. Okay. Wait a second. All right. Here. Okay, first of all, in chapter 4 here, chapter 4, let me all right, good. Okay. All right. Chapter 4 here, we are going to learn 3D figures. All right. So here, more about 3D figures. If you still remember, we have learned some 3D figures in grade 7. And then in grade 9 today, we are going to learn some extra things here. All right, so we are going to learn some extra things about the 3D figures. All right, so here, first of all, I'm going to do I'm going to skip session 4.1. Okay, so here, I will teach you 4.1 later, but let's do 4.2 first because it is easier. 容易啲嘅，呢個係玩摺紙嘅 the net of 3D figures. All right. So if you still remember the word net, if you still remember, then the word net here actually it means that. So let me change the color. The word net here actually means is that nets of 3D figures. The net here actually it means that which means that we are going to do something like VA lesson, right? So we are going to So here we are going to learn something related to the net. Well, I think it is not that beautiful. Let me write it clearly. All right. Okay, good. All right. So here, what is a net? So in Chinese, we'll call it 集體圖樣, right? So we get some definition. The definition is like this. A net is a 2D pattern which can be folded into a solid without overlapping. So here, we are going to try to make a net so that we can fold it to become some solid. All right. So here, let's do a quick example here. Okay. You may try to scan this QR code now, and then let's try to play some games related to this one. All right. So let me share my screen as well. Oh my gosh. Huh? 呢個老師嗰個 printer 喂，呢個 keyboard 壞咗喎，爛咗嘅。Wait a second， 係咪個 space bar？ 係啊，個 space bar。係爛咗好多次。係咩？爛咗個 space bar， 係啊個 space bar 點撳啊咁？撳唔到。No. This is the time for you to play this game first. All right. While I'm fixing the space bar, but please try to scan the QR code first. OK 啦，又唔咧。Never mind. I will ask the IT people to help us. Oh my gosh, what happened here for that one? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my gosh. What happened here? Okay. Let me share my screen. Yeah. All right. Yes. Let me share my screen. All right. This one. Hey, can anyone see my screen? Here. Yes, this one. So here, if you have already scanned the QR code, and then you can see this one. All right. So this is the net. All right. So let me show you how to play or how to make use of this one. All right. So first of all, let me introduce some functions of this game. So if you slide this bar, so the net will will go back to a solid, right? So do you still remember what is the name of this solid? Just remember the name of this one. No one remember the name of this one. Yeah, let me see. Yes, cube. Yes, cube. If you still remember, C-U-B-E, cube. Cube. 正嘅立方體. All right. So here we can see that if we slide the bar, and then the net will go back to become a solid, right? Become a cube, and then When we slide it to open, and then it will become a net. All right, so here, this is the first function. Second function, if you try to, you can see my mouse here, right? If you try to move this red point, you can try to see different perspective, different angle. You can try to look at the cube here from different angles. All right, so the second one. The third one, here, pattern. All right, so what is the meaning of pattern here? Oh, it seems that very funny, right? Because we can see that there are many patterns and then the color are different, but not exactly like this. So let me go back to the open one. So if we try to turn to different pattern here, you can see that actually, let's say this one. This is the 11th pattern. So here, this is the 11th pattern net. So this net can also be formed into a cube. All right. So here we can see that there are actually 11 patterns, but of course there are more than 11 patterns. There are many possible solutions or many possible and graph for the net here to form a cube here. But but here we can see 11 of them. All right. So you may try. Let me give you 1 to 2 minutes to try each of them. So here, let's say pattern 2, and then you can try to slide slowly. I want you to look at it like this. I want you to slide slowly, and then try to think of it. 我想你哋咧喺碌嘅途中咧，咁樣一路碌嘅時候咧，你諗一諗由呢個字樣呢個 pattern 啊 ，from this pattern, and then to this one, go to this one, and then I want you to think， 試下你可唔可以同佢一樣咁樣諗到佢係咁樣 flow 住嘅，咁樣去 flow 去接啲字出嚟嘅。All right, so here I'm going to give you 2 minutes, 2 minutes 啊，2 minutes to try all the 11 patterns, and then try to slide it slowly, and then to think, all right, so here let me give you 2 minutes to try this one. And then I'm going to fix the space bar while you are trying the game. What happened here? Very annoying. 有冇人做唔到㗎？ If you cannot do it, please tell me. I may give you the another things. I may give you the link. 哦，我知啦，佢嗰度係爛咗嘅個位。哦，OK。Okay, 1 more minute, and then we will do the example. We can also try a different pattern. Let's say pattern 3. Okay. All right. So I think it is good for you to understand the transformation from the net to a solid. All right. So here I'm going to let me go back to the iPad here. Okay, here, let me go back to here. All right, so first of all, as I mentioned just now, here, this is a cube, right? So here, we can see the word cube here. And then, so here, can you determine which net can be folded into a cube? All right, so here, A, B, and C. You may try to think, All right, any answer? I think we can answer it within, let's say, 5 seconds to 10 seconds here for this type of questions. All right. So here, the answer should be B. The reason is that when we try to flow it, so this side will become will coincidence with this side, right? So coincides with this side, and then these two sides will stick together, right? And then we can foresee that this side will stick with this side, and then after that we can see that these two will be together, and then this one here will be together, right? And then these two will be together, these two will be together as well. And then finally, we can see that this one and this one will be together. So here we can see that, that's the answer will be B, all right? Because the cube, it can be formed to become a cube here. I cannot teach too much here because it is all about your imagination， 你要自己諗嘅。所以頭先就透過頭先嗰個 George 爸咧嗰個動畫咧，佢自己去訓練自己點樣諗。All right. Okay, the second one, a square pyramid. A square pyramid. First of all, let me do a quick revision with you. A square pyramid, which means that here this word square, it suggested that the base. Okay, so here the base will be a square. So here, this is this side, this side, this side, and this side. These four sides, they will have the same amount of names, the same names here, right? Because they are, because it is square, square again. All right, and next one, and then it is a pyramid. 一個金字塔形狀嘢啦，係咪？ So here we should see that there is 1 point, and then here 4 lines, right? Four sides, and then go to 1 point. So this is a square pyramid. All right, again, let's use this QR code, and then to see what happened here. All right, so let me show you this QR code. Yeah. All right, this one. Okay, you may ignore the formulas and ignore the H and L because here actually it shows us the formula that is to find the volume, right? But here I'm not going to discuss too much. I think it is not the volume, this is the surface area. All right, but I'm not going to discuss too much because it is not important here. What we need to do is to know that, here actually it is the net. Can you see it? Let me go back to you. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 triangle, right? And then here, we can see that actually this is the net of this square pyramid. All right. Actually, if you can also try to adjust the length, the height, and the length here, right? The lateral length. All right, and then we can see that the another net. But we can see that because and when you change the height or change the length here, actually it is also a square pyramid. Therefore, the net will be like this. All right. So here I would like to mention one thing, that is there are many possible solutions for the net. Here it is one of it. It is one of the possible nets. All right, but actually you can try to draw different kinds of net as long as it is reasonable or feasible to form a solid. All right. So here this is the second one. So let me go back to the case. So therefore here, I'm going to give you, let's say, 30 seconds to think of it. So which one will be the net of this square pyramid? Try to think, try to think, which one will not be, can form a pyramid, without any overlapping. You know, 我哋唔可以咧重疊嘅 overlapping， can without overlapping 唔可以重疊。All right. Okay. Let's go to here. All right. So what is the answer here? What is the answer here for the square pyramid? Which one would be the possible answer? So here the answer apparently is A, because when we try to think of it, that is, we can try to think of it like this. So this side will stick with this side. And then you can try to think of it, right? After this two sides has been combined, and then we can see that, oh, actually, these two triangles go up, this triangle go up, and then we can form a square pyramid. So B is not correct because we can see that when we try to flow it, this side and this side, both of them will go to this side, which results in an overlapping plane, right? And then also this one again. So when we try to flow it, so this side will coincide with this side. All right, so here we can see that there will have some overlapping here. For this one, this two will be the overlap. Here, this two will be overlapped, which is wrong. Okay. All right. So here is the answer is A. All right. Any questions? If no, and then we go to the next one. All right. Here we are going to do some drawings. Actually, this one you may go back home and do it, but I will try to do the first one with you. For the second one, you may try to do it at home. All right. So here for the question A here, the net of the solid here. So here, if you want to draw a net of a solid, no. So here, how can we do? Our very first step. Our very first step here is like this. We can try to think of it. We can try to think. So first of all, we'll understand. All of us understand that here we have this side. Right? We have this surface, right? Let me draw it better. And then the other one also have this blue sign. So here we can foresee that, right? We can base on this sign and the other one, the opposite of this one, is also this sign. And then between these two, this side, this face or this plane, there is a base plane here, right? 我哋應該隱藏咗一個咧咁樣嘅 plane 㗎，係咪啊？ So here, the purple things here, right? So first of all, I will try to draw it like this. First of all, I will try to draw this one, and then in between we have the purple things, right? 係個底嗰個紫色㗎嘛，所以我哋畫咗底紫色先啦。All right, so here. And then we can foresee that the opposite of this blue plane will have another the same shape here, right? So here I will try to draw it like this. Okay, almost done now. Almost done. And then what we have to deal with is to deal with this face, right? The lateral face here. 係咪咧？我哋好似計緊個 total surface area 咁樣啦。But we are going to try to put it I try to draw it one by one. All right. So here, this face, right? So let me go to here, and then we can 用鉛筆畫啊 ，sorry， 記住remember when you try to draw anything here in this chapter, use pencil because you can erase it easily. All right. And then another one, we can foresee that this is also the same plane here. This one, and next one, the blue plane here, right? The blue plane. Here we have also blue plane, right? And then we have, oh my God, almost all the color has been used. So here, the red plane, but it is not the final answer because we can see that actually there is the top plane here, right? So I will randomly add here. But it seems that, it should be the correct one, right? But no, because we will try to erase something because here you can see there are some solid line here, right? But I will try to erase it to become dotted lines. The dotted line here, representing we are going to flow this one. We're going to flow it. But this one, we are going to flow it. So here, the dotted line, we can say that this plane and this plane, they are connecting with each other. But we are going to flow it. 得唔得？明唔明嗰個意思？呢啲 dotted line 個意思係佢哋其實都係呢幾個係連住嘅。只不過我哋要 flow， 我哋要接嘅啫，沿住一啲虛線係接嘅。That's why we're going to add the dotted line here. All right. And also, actually, you you can also use eraser to form the dotted line. And one more thing. There are many possible solutions. This is the only one. Well, not the only one. Sorry. There are many possible solutions. Here is one of the possible net. 所以咧，譬如你話你畫咗其他喎 ，it is also okay. If you can try to think of it, but it is an easier way for you to think. I'm trying to give you an easier way, or try to give you some skills for you to think of it. All right? 呢啲好難講嘅呢啲 net 都全部都係要自己諗嘅。咁我純粹睇下盡量有啲咩可以講到就講咯。All right? Okay. Any question? Any questions? All right? 有冇問題？冇問題係嘛？ All right. If no questions, and then we go to question 2 here. For question 2, let me see. Yes. For question 2, there is another QR code, right? So you may try to scan it and then to see what happens here. Let me also go to the QR code to see what happens. Oh, yeah, the triangular pyramid. Is it okay for the net here? If it is okay, then I will change my screen. Okay? Hold on, let me use this one. Okay, this one. Okay, this one, this is the triangular pyramid. Triangular. You can see this word triangular, right? Which means that the base of this solid will be a triangle. So there's the first one, pyramid, which means that so therefore, when you try to look at the name of this solid, you can try to divide into two parts to help you to think. All right, triangular 三個形啦，即係個底係三個形。And then pyramid，誒即係變咗金字塔，即係話個底係三個形，然後一路向上尖變咗金字塔咁樣嘅。All right, so this is triangular pyramid. All right, so here let me see. All right, so here you can try to slide this bar. All right, so this is the first one. Oh, this is the most easier one. Can you see it? The net is like this. The net is like this. So let me change a better position. Oh, oops. Let me change a better position. All right, the net is like this. And then when we flow it, oops. We can try to see that, oh, this triangle, 1, 2, 3, this three triangle will try to go up. Can you see it? Hey, go up and then form a triangular pyramid. All right, so this first one. Second thing is second net here. Second net is like this. Oh, this is another typical net here. 呢個就好容易畫嘅，同頭先呢個都容易畫嘅。This one is also easy to draw. This one is also easy to draw. So here you can try to look at it like this. First of all, can you see it? So here we will try to fold this side, and this side. So these three sides have to be folded together. All right, and then next, this side will stick with this side. You know, and then this one, let me see, yes, and then this side will stick with this side. So therefore, we can see that this is a triangular pyramid. All right, so this is another net. So here, for question 2 here, you can see 2 nets, right? 咁你可以 random 咯， you can random draw it down. All right. Well, actually, I think figure 2 here, it most likely are similar to the net 2, but it doesn't matter. You can try to draw all of them down. Draw it down. Yeah. All right. So this is the second questions. And then, anything you want to ask? All right. Okay, if no, and then we'll go to page 3. Question 3, I'm not going to do with you. Question 3, you may try to do it by yourself. You can try to scan the QR code and help you, because when you scan the QR code, you can see the net and also the keyboard. Okay, but do you still remember what is the meaning of keyboard? 有冇人仲記得 keyboard 係咩嚟㗎? It is what you have learned in grade 7. It is what you have learned in grade 7. Oh, let me go back to here. Do you still remember what is the meaning of keyboard? Keyboard. Do you still remember? Earlier in this chapter. Yes. Keyboard. Let me highlight this word. Keyboard. Yes, this chapter actually is very complicated. Keyboard. 長方體. Yes, which means that keyboard, it looks like cube, but for the cube, the base is a square. But here for keyboard, the base is a rectangle. All right. So here, and then we will try to, and then it looks like a pyramid, right? So here a cube is a square here, right? But here a keyboard, it is actually a rectangle here. This rectangle. All right. Okay. So this is 長方題 very good. All right. So go back home and do it by using this QR code to help you. 因為呢個 the next 就係咯 many possible solutions. So you can try. You are able to do it at home. All right. And then let's go to question 4, a bit difficult. So let me skip it first. Let's go to question 5. Here for question 5, you can also see a QR code. Okay, so many QR codes here. So let me look at the QR code here. Let me see what happened. I really forgot. Oh yeah. The net of the pyramid. Yeah, let me share my screen. Luckily, today is a Zoom lesson. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you to use your phone. All right. So here, you can see that this is the QR code. This is what you can see in QR code. But you can see that, oh my God, there is a sun here, right? But actually, you can try to slide this bar. You can see n equals something. So n equals 12, which means that here, 12 side polygon. But because when you see the question here, the question 5 here, it is let me see, it is a pentagon, right? Can you see a pentagonal pyramid? Pentagonal 五邊形啦，即係個 the base area is a pentagon, and then pyramid 變成一個 pyramid 啦，係咪？變成一個金字塔嘅嘢啦。So here, let me change to n equals 5. All right, and then we can see that it looks like net here, right? But let me see. Can I try it? Yeah. So here we can try to do it like this. Okay. When I slide the T here, and then we can see that it will become a solid. And then we'll go back to the net like this. All right. So here it helps you. So apparently this one, this kind of net actually is the most easier one for you to draw. All right. You can also draw the 6 sides, 8 side, 9 side, 10, 12 side polygon. All right. So you can try to do it. But here, one more thing. I will give you several minutes to do it. But here, one more thing is like this. Let me go back to here first. This one, I would like to explain one more thing. That is, this time 我哋唔可以亂咁畫個 pyramid 嘅。Sorry， 我哋唔可以亂咁畫個 net 嘅。The reason is that this time the question asks you to draw a net if the pentagon pyramid is unfolded along VA, VB, VZ, VD, and VE, which means that this, and this. So what is the meaning of unfold along this one? Unfold along this one. What is the meaning of unfold along this one? It is very messy here, right? Do you think that? Do you think that it's very messy? And as I mentioned before, right? You know that we are going to find the net, because as I mentioned before, we know that there are many possible solutions of the net. But here, I would like to tell you one thing. That is for this one, we have only one answer only, because the question have already restrict you. 佢限制咗你做咩咧？ To unfold this along this 5 lengths, this 5 sides. Unfold 呢5個 side 即係話佢展開呢5個 side, which means that you can try to think of it like this. This side, this side, this side, this side, and this side. This 5 sides has been cut. 嗰啲係 cut 咗嘅。You can try to think of it like this. Cut 開咗呢五條邊嘅。Okay? How do I ensure I draw perfect? Bob, as I mentioned before, when you draw the net, there are many possible solutions. But here, in this question, because it restricts you that we have to unfold these 5 sides, therefore, the only solution 就係頭先 what you can see in the QR code, it looks like this. Oh my God, oops. Here, it should be like this. And then let me draw it better. I think it is Okay, it doesn't matter. And then one more thing, don't forget here will become a dotted line because it is just a fold of this one. All right? Do you think that it is quite funny, right? I cannot draw a perfect pentagon. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter here. The aim is not test you to draw a perfect pentagon. The aim is for you to draw. Is hope that to test whether you know how to draw it, how to draw the things here, how to draw the nets here, right? So let me draw it better. All right. Okay, so this is the net. All right, and then for question 6, do it at home. All right, for question 6. All right, and the next one, next one, no. Next one, for question page 5, example 3. Here, for page 5, example 3, we have a net here, and then we are going to go back to the solid. 我哋諗翻佢變成 solid 會變成咩樣呢？ So here, first of all, we can try to think of it like this. So here, apparently, it is a pyramid, right? So it is not pyramid. Sorry, it is a prism. And then we can try to see that when we try to flow it, so this side will be connected with this side, which means that the two shaded side here, 兩個都有咗顏色嘅 side 咧。The two shaded plane here, the two shaded planes, they will connect it with each other, right? So 應該係兩個連住嘅 shaded plane 咧就會 answer 啦。So that's why it should be, it can be B or C, right? But one more thing is that this small square does not shape here, right? We do not shape any color here for this two square. Therefore, the little square does not have the color. So the only answer will be B. Okay? All right. And the next one. The next example here. In each of the following net, write down the 3D object formed if the net is flowed. All right. So here for question 4, can you tell me what is the name of this one when you try to flow it? 三個錐體，三角錐體 No, can you use English because you know that we use English to learn it, right? 三個錐體 What is it? 三個錐體 I think it is not a pyramid. I think it is not a pyramid. So question 4, 呢個就好似有冇食過嗰三角朱古力啊？ So it looks like that one. So here it should be a prism. First of all, it is a prism, and then it is a triangular prism. So that's why what I want you to learn is, or what I want you to understand here is that for the name here we have two words, right? So the second word determine whether it is a prism or pyramid, and then the first word here it describes the base area here. The base area here for this solid will be this triangle, right? So triangular prism, and that. Okay. All right. Question 5. Question 5. So first of all, can you identify what is the base here? 諗到個 base 係邊個位咧？ Can you identify the base here? Can you identify the base? The base here for question 5 should be this one, right? So apparently, the base will be a pentagon. And then we can see that all of them here are triangles, right? So you can try to think of it like this. So it is a pentagonal prism, not prism, right? So pyramid. 因為見到全部三個形喎呢邊，側邊啲全部三個形。Alright， 呢個三個形反上前，呢個三個形反上前。Alright, so here question 5. Question 6. Question 6 is very easy. When you try to flow it, it looks like the very first one, right? So it is a cube. Look at that. Alright. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? If no, and then we go to the next one. Questions? All right, so if no, and then question 7, you may try to do it at home. Question 7, this one, very funny here, right? You may try to do it at home. You can try the answer by yourself, okay? Next one. Next page. 咁同我哋教授先啊，再俾時間你做。快。All right, question 8 here. Question 8. This one. And question 9, do it at home. Question 9可以自己做。唔係 question 9冇答案㗎。Question 9 you can do it at home, but I will give you the answer tomorrow or next lesson. All right. Question 8 here. When you try to float this one, this is the net of a cube. When you try to float this one, what is the opposite side of the face B? B 嘅對面係邊個 side 咧？你一定係識嘅，呢個要諗到嘅。All right, let me give you 30 seconds to think of it. All right, any answer? Any answer for these questions? The opposite of B. So here, the B is here. The opposite of B. What is the opposite of B here? What is the opposite of B here? When you try to flow it, so this side and this side will be connected. And then we can also think that when these two sides is connected, then we side connect咗啦. And then we can think that this side is floated, 接埋落嚟啦。呢個接埋落嚟。And then 呢個連埋。And then we can see that actually the opposite of B will be E. All right, so the face E here will be the answer. Okay. All right, so this is question 8. Question 9, do at home. I will check the answers with you. All right, and then let's go to the example here below. All right, when you see this one, for example here, for the example here, example 7 here. When you see this one, apparently, what is the name of this one? Give me that. Do you still remember what is the name of this one? Demand determined. Do you still remember? We can try to think that, first of all, we have tried to think that which one is the base. So here, the base will be this one, right? Base is this one or this one. Therefore, it is a therefore it is we'll try to say that it is a triangular prism. All right, this is a prism, and then we know that the base is a triangle, so triangular prism. So therefore, question A, the answer is prism. Question B, what is the number of edges of the solid is what is the number of the edges of the solid? So here the edges here, 即係嗰啲邊啊。Do you still remember 記唔記得以前咧 grade 7學過㗎 grade 7啊。So here, let me see, can I have some? All right, let me give you some. All right, so here, what is the let me show you. Let me show you the let me show you the net. Let me. Oops. Okay, here. Yes, good. Wait a second. Let me turn on this one. Oh, how can I? Oh my gosh. No. All right. Okay, let me go to here. Yes. Okay, here. Let me share a screen with you to show the triangular prism. Here, you can see that there are triangular prism, right? And then first of all, the number of edges you have to count, right? So first of all, the base here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 3 plus 3, 6. And then another one is 1, 2, 3. So therefore 9. So the number of edges, 9. All right. And then the edges that coincides with the BC here. So the BC we can foresee. Team. So we can foresee that here. Let me stop sharing. All right, you can think of it, and we can think of triangular prism 就頭先嗰個啦. And then we can try to think of it like this. This side, BC, will stay with this side, right? So therefore, the edges will be BA. But you may think that, can I write down AB? No, you want to say AB 係錯嘅. The reason is that here, BC, right? So B and C. So the corresponding one, B with B and C this point with A point. So therefore, we say that BA with will be the edge that coincides with BC. Okay? And then question D, the point that coincide with the vertex F. Vertex F is here, right? So here we can try to think of it like this. So this side, we'll stick with this side. And then we can also think of it, this one with this one. All right. So here we can try to think that, actually the H will stay with F here. And also the J with F. So here, J and H. Okay. Finally, question E, the face that is not adjacent to triangle GHI, which means that the base here, the base area here. So the face that is not adjacent with this face will be the only one, will be this one, BCD. Okay. All right. So here, for the rest of the time, any questions so far? 有冇問題先？有問題。If you cannot think of it, I would suggest you to use the QR code and help you, or you can try to go to the Google and then Google the name of the solid here, help you to think. All right. So here, anything you want to ask? All right. If okay, Evan, yes, you can go. If it is okay, and then please, to the rest of the time, I think about 10 minutes, try to complete the pretext. All right. And then hand it in to me tomorrow. Let me see. Could you please show example 3 again? Example 3, you mean the answer, right? The answer for example 3, let me see, example 3. Here. Okay, any questions？有冇問題啊？呢一課係咁樣嘅，係好麻煩。So here, let me try to explain to you systematically. This chapter we have many graph. I cannot say graph. No, there are many figures, and we have to draw many things. This chapter very. I do not know how to say this chapter a bit fun. All right. Okay, so for the rest of the time, please do the pretest. And then if you have any questions, please ask me. If no, and then please hand in to me tomorrow morning. All right.
Teacher Jason.
Yes.
Is the text unit the last part of the chapter 3?
Last part of chapter 3, the text.
Yeah, I mean, did we finish chapter 3?
Yes, we have already finished.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. If you cannot finish, please complete it at home tonight and then give it to me tomorrow morning. All right. For the elite class, you may stay. Then we'll start at 4. For others, you may leave now. All right.